Hi everybody, welcome back. I have some time, so finally I'm able to make another video. So the Pittsburgh Penguins played last night, yet another back-to-back, and lost yet again, but gained themselves another point, so we are getting better with their back-to-backs. Still gotta find a way to win them though. Lost 4-3 in a shootout against the Nashville Predators. Tristan Jarry was in net again, and Kyle Turris was making his debut for the Nashville Predators as center and was excellent with a goal and an assist in the game. Let's talk about the goals. Well, Tristan Jarry, I thought, had another solid game. Now, the stats won't show it because they're going to show that he had about an 880 or 870 save percentage when he let in 4 goals on just 26 shots or 28 shots, but he didn't have much of a chance in any of those goals. The second goal, he was a little bit too adventurous with his playmaking skills, his puck playing skills. I think he's been watching too much Marc-Andre Fleury, and that led to a penalty, and then they ended up scoring 3 seconds later. So that was not smart, but other than that, he didn't have much of a chance in any of them. I mean, the first goal, his defense was nowhere. Second goal, power play. He did score up to get the Predators a power play chance. I can see why he did it, but it wasn't a very smart decision, but these things will come with time. Third goal, another power play goal, not much of a chance. Fourth goal, again, kind of a rebound goal. He already made a lot of saves. The defense didn't exactly help him out on the night, but I thought he made some really excellent saves, including a couple huge ones in a row to give Pittsburgh a chance, and that's all you can ask of your goalie is, do you give them a chance? And I definitely thought that he gave the Penguins a chance tonight to win. I thought both goalies were great. I definitely think that Jarry had the tougher saves. You know, he was kind of thrown in there, thrown to the wolves, playing Nashville, a team which is excellent at home, a team which is excellent in general. Kind of a step up from Calgary, which is the last time he played in the back-to-back. But the team has played much better in these second 2 back-to-backs since Jarry's been there. I think he gives them confidence they have in their first back-to-backs. The Penguins now have a losing record. I think they're 9-7-3, which is really 9-10, which for Penguins is pretty odd, but they haven't really played to their potential yet. They're still minus 14 goal differential, and they're in the playoffs, so it's pretty hilarious. And a big reason for that is because their goalies cannot stop a beach ball in the first half of the season. I mean, they haven't played overly well, but if you look at their stats, a lot of times they're in games, they're just getting very unlucky. Like, I believe the Crosby shooting percentage is like 8% or something, or it's low. He hasn't scored in 10 games. The shooting percentage is like 5% or something, and his average shooting percentage is 15%, 14%. So there's no way he's going to shoot 5% the rest of the season, you know. So he hasn't. That's going to go up. He's not going to continue down this slump. The only people who are kind of really scoring to their ability right now are Kessel and Malkin, who've been the best players so far this season. You know, even Letang, even for him, his average shooting percentage is 5%. This year he's got like 1%. So even him, he's not scoring even as much as he usually does, and he doesn't score a lot. So, you know, Pittsburgh's in every game, but if you look at in terms of Corsi and in terms of luck, Pittsburgh is just so horrendously unlucky. They're like Tampa Bay last year. Their Corsi was about, not the Corsi, their PDO, which is basically just save percentage plus shooting percentage, was about 93%, which is horrendously unlucky. They're shooting about 4% as a team, and their save percentage was well under 900, which is very bad. And a lot of that was because Niemi was quite bad, and Murray still hasn't played that well yet this season, but that's slowly been going up as Murray's playing better. Jarry's playing better. They have a goalie who can spell Murray so he doesn't get tired, and their shooting percentage will regress to the mean, will, I guess, go up to the mean, which is about 100. You know, some other teams, they're like at 110, which is obviously not going to last. So Pittsburgh is going to go up. It's just a matter of when. But we saw the same thing with Tampa Bay last year, just very unlucky with injuries, very unlucky in terms of shots on net, and now they're the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, we saw playoffs in Pittsburgh. They weren't particularly playing well, and they got lucky. Now they're probably playing better, and nothing's going their way. So that's why hockey works. And you know, it's a game of inches. It's a game of bounces. Probably didn't deserve to even be in that cup final. Really, we didn't really deserve to be in that position until we played Ottawa. We probably deserve better than what Pittsburgh's getting right now. But they're playing better. You know, they have a really young, solid goalie tandem, which I think will be the envy of the league of many teams for years to come. Jarry is 22. Murray just turned 23 in the summer. Murray's just starting his $4 million contract per year for 4 years. He's cheap. Jari's still on his entry-level deal, which is amazing. They're both very solid in the way they play. I really like how Jari, he picks his spots. He's aggressive, but he knows when not to be aggressive. So he's not as big as Murray, so he's gonna have to play bigger. But he doesn't always stay deep in his net like Lundqvist. He gets up there and he picks his spots. I thought there's many instances last night when he challenged, but he didn't over challenge. And there's many opportunities when he was in his blue paint, he could have come out a little more. But he wasn't too deep in his net. He's still able to move side to side. So positionally, technically, he's a very smart goalie like Murray. He plays a lot like Murray in terms of technical skills. Now it's just a matter of him improving on his tactical skills. Maybe not playing the puck in that instance and tripping the player. Maybe being a bit more patient with the puck. I did notice on one of the goals, he did, even though I said he wasn't much he could do about it. One of them, I think it was the fourth goal, he committed too early. He anticipated the shot instead of reacting to the shot. And, that's stuff that'll come in time. That's stuff that Murray does really well beyond his years, but he's an exception. Jari's much more of a typical development path. And remember, Pittsburgh didn't want to have him in this position. They wanted him to play in the AHL a bit longer, but they were basically forced to because their goaltending was so abysmal. So I think this will actually be beneficial to Jari in the long run. Not sure if they're going to keep him here all season. They might try to find another goalie. Don't know who they're going to get, but Toronto has a lot of goalies. So that could be something that might happen. But right now, it's a pretty sweet combo to have this. And, Pittsburgh is going to get better. They're going to be playing better. I thought Letang was a beast last night. I thought his hit to give Crosby free ice in the overtime was genius. Crosby kind of wasted that shot, I thought, but I thought Letang had a great game. He's really picking up where he left off. I thought that Malkin and Kessel were flying all night. Brian Rust was surprisingly good. And of course, Crosby had a lot of chances. They just didn't go in. It's just getting unlucky. But Jake had his chances. And I thought overall, the team probably took too many penalties for my liking. But I thought much better effort from their previous back-to-backs. And it was sloppy at times. They did forget their man, and they did leave the puck. But when you're playing back-to-back, you're bound to have those mental mistakes, right? Mental fatigue sets in. And it's kind of, it's choppy, but it was entertaining. It was a hell of a game. Great way to renew this rivalry last time this season, unless they meet again in playoffs. It's a shame it had to end in a shootout, because I thought that really deterred the momentum of what was such an entertaining 3 periods of hockey and overtime. And this is why we need to get rid of the shootout, because we waited 4.5 minutes in overtime without a whistle, and then have it end in a shootout, which is very anticlimactic. So it was quite frustrating. But overall, things are looking up for Pittsburgh. It's not the end of the world. They're just very unlucky, and their luck will change. It's just a matter of when. It might be too late for the season, but hopefully not. That's all I have for this video. Please like if you like, subscribe if you really like it, share with all your friends, tell everybody what do you think of the game, what do you think of the season so far, and I'll see you next game after we play Buffalo on Tuesday. Bye for now.